I want to talk to you about Eduflow, and in the last few months or even years, Eduflow has actually come to the forefront when it comes to online community building, but also course delivery. So, big question is it really worth it this year? And Eduflow has recently been acquired by another larger entity, but it's important that their business model hasn't changed. Okay, so if you think about Eduflow, I want you to think primarily about a tool that allows you to build and run any kind of learning experience online. Okay, whether it is a course, whether it is a mastermind group, whether it is a coaching business, whatever, Eduflow can really help you. Okay, and you can actually combine a wide range of learning activities together in a learning flow, including videos, submissions, and peer reviews. And Eduflow can be used for teaching online courses, for onboarding, for sales training, any learning experience that you can imagine, actually. So, compared to other solutions in the market, what I love about the Eduflow is that Eduflow focuses primarily on making online learning engaging, collaborative, and active. Okay, and the best way to learn is not just to sit passively and consume videos and take quizzes. To really learn, at least from an Eduflow perspective, students need to interact with their peers, solve real problems, and become producers actually of their own content. So that's really important. Okay, so if you think about the Eduflow, the main benefits to actually highlight this year include the fact that you can choose from a wide range of learning activities. At least students, you can run active learning experiences where learners collaborate. You can make learners into content producers. You can manage and distribute online courses fast and effectively. You can support, you can actually support activities such as rich text content, videos, submissions, instructor reviews, self-reviews, peer reviews, discussion forums. You can make beautiful public landing pages for your courses that you can share on social media. You can make learning completely personal by setting individual configurations for every learner. You can get detailed reports on where each learner is actually in your course experience. Okay, that's pretty good. And you also have integrations using the common industry standards such as SAML, SCORM, and LTI. And you can also record video directly in the product. So pretty all-in-one products, by the way. So what about features here? If you think about Eduflow, what features should you actually focus on? And I want to go feature by feature to tell you the most noteworthy modules that come with Eduflow. So in terms of accounts, you basically can add a new user, you can archive users, you can browse list of users. That's pretty good. You have bulk user actions, custom or mandatory user profile fields, and you can also have the possibility to upload users. So that's pretty good. And you also have something really interesting in the sense that you have activity grading. So here I'm speaking about course history, gradebook, audit trail, gradebook comments, manual grading. So that's pretty good. So you have marking, and you have multiple grading scales. So that's pretty fantastic. In terms of AI features, artificial intelligence is really big right now when it comes to online community building. So you have adaptive learning, chatbot, content development, content translation, intelligent recommendations, natural language processing, predictive analysis, quiz generation, and text-to-speech. Actually, that's pretty good. So TTS, really fantastic. What about authentication? I'm still going through the features that you have with Eduflow, okay? And when it comes to authentication, you have Active Directory or LDAP integration. That's really good to actually to actually restrict your learning model to a specific set of students. You have custom user login page, manual accounts, no login, SAML or API integration, self-registration with admin confirmation. So that's really good. And in terms of categories, you can do something very nice here in the sense that you can assign courses to categories You can create new categories, you can manage categories, and you also have priced categories, bundle actually. So that's pretty good in terms of flexibility. And other features that you will love with this this configuration is that you have certificate management, compliance management, you have course creation, and you have customization enrollment. So customization and enrollment. So when I say certificate management, one thing you need to understand here is that basically you have the certificate lifecycle. You can manage certification templates. You have predefined certification templates. You have unique certificate by course, and you have unique certification by curriculum, actually. And in terms of compliance management, this was an area where Eduflow really helps you big time because there are some industries where compliance management is important. Like, so you want to have certificate expiration notifications, certification expiration management, due date notifications, and soft and hard stop due dates. So it really depends on your industry, by the way. And for a course creation, you'll be placed too because Eduflow has an assignments engine, a built-in authoring tool. You can use PowerPoints, PDFs, and videos. You have changing course default settings. You can consume online video content. You have the content library, the course backup options, the drag and drop interactions. You are speaking about a set of hybrid learning courses, learning paths. So that's pretty good. You have LRS. You have scheduling, live events, survey engine. So what I love about the survey engine is that it puts control back into your corner, right? So you can really choose to have pre-recorded events, or you can say, listen, I want to really go big and I want to go with a live event. One thing for sure, live events actually attract more viewers than pre-recorded events actually. And in terms of customization, you have mobile learning support and personalized views. So this is kind of cool. If your course actually requires some kind of personalization, if you want to have a bespoke sort of setup in terms of course delivery, in terms of course creation, in terms of course management, in terms of progress monitoring, this customization can really help big time. And in terms of enrollment, here you have attendance tracking, automated enrollment, and this is actually based on user data because users are providing data to your online course model, and you can automate actually the enrollment. You don't have to do things manually at all. You have guest SX settings, manual enrollment, progress tracking, self-enrollment, and you can also do self-enrollment with a PIN number. That's really good if you are trying to really instill an extra layer of security in your course delivery. And you also have survey enrollment based on a response. So this is really good from a flexibility point of view. So what about the format here? So if you think about, again, I'm still going through the features that you can have in Eduflow. So when you think about format, the cool thing is that on Eduflow, you have several formats for your courses. You have course discussions, you have gamification format, you have learner upload, you have live chat option, you have a social format, you have a topics format, video conferencing integration, and you have a weekly format. So weekly format just means that you are basically, you can schedule your data to a certain level and really follow through, okay? So that's really good. You also have gamification, and everybody knows that in the last few years, especially during COVID, gamification has gained popularity big time, okay? And so Eduflow allows you to really instill an extra layer of gamification in your online course delivery. So here I'm talking about badge customization, badges. You can actually customize gamification mechanics, actually. You have leaderboards, you have levels, points, rewards. So anything you can do to actually incentivize your users to actually to use your courses more, to learn from your courses, that's kind of cool. And what about the interface options on Eduflow? So the interface is pretty user-friendly. So the UX and the UI are really strong with Eduflow. And so there is no learning curve to expect if you want to go with Eduflow. So you have, for instance, additional external pages, block management, calendar settings, language settings, learning accessibility, location settings, media embedding settings, multi-language support, and also ready-made themes, actually. So that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view. And finally, you have learning types. So you have asynchronous, instructor-led, asynchronous, self-paced, blended learning, and synchronous, virtual classrooms. So virtual classrooms, so that's pretty good. So I'm still going through all the features, and the cool thing about Eduflow is that the list of features is pretty interesting in the sense that here is an all-in-one platform that gives you a lot to sorry about that, to actually optimize your course delivery process. So for instance, when you have mobile learning, you have offline disconnected mobile app and online internet connected. So what happens here is that on Eduflow, you can actually you can allow your students to follow your courses either online or offline. So that's totally possible. You have support for offline access to content. That's really good. And the reporting on Eduflow is pretty strong too. So whether you are an educator or you are a student, you can actually get as granular as possible, as granular details as possible. Okay. You have, for instance, automated report scheduling. You have canned reports, dashboards, and graphic reports. You have email delivery of reports. You have exporting reports in a variety of formats. That's pretty good, okay? And you have grading report settings, learning analytics tools, and training record maintenance. So that's pretty good to really think about things from that point of view. So in terms of roles, that's something to really think about it too. So as an educator, you can define roles. You have role assignment. You can assign roles. You have system permissions per role, and you have teams and team hierarchies. So that's really fantastic. And you also have security. So security is pretty strong on Eduflow in the sense that you have anti-spam, antivirus. You have IP blocker. For instance, you can say, listen, I don't want IP access from a certain geography, and that's totally fine. And you have you can restrict registration to specific domains, and you have strong passwords too. And in terms of shopping carts, you have a pretty good module in the sense that you have a built-in shopping carts. You can also have shopping carts as plugin actually, okay? And you also have system reports. Those are generated automatically. So you have automatic email reports in predefined intervals, custom reports generator, email notification settings, and also live logs. So this is really fantastic. So I want you to really think about pricing here. So if you think about Eduflow, it's important to understand that Eduflow is not cheap. But the cool thing is that you can start little, okay? You don't have to really sign up for the Plus plan or the Super plan or the Pro plan. As you can see on the screen, we have a five-tier pricing model. And the most important thing is that you want to start little. Start with a free plan, okay? Because the freemium business model is pretty good because if you have fewer than 10 users, 10 monthly active users, you can start with the free plan. Just remember, dude, on the free plan, you are restricted to 30 gigabytes, not 30, 3 gigabytes of file storage, okay? But you do have unlimited courses. That's totally fine. So, but once you actually are comfortable with the platform and you want to explore more, you're ready to scale, and your budget so allows, you can actually go to something else. You can actually go to the light plan. You can have the plus plan. You can have the super plan or the pro plan. Now the pro plan is actually for those professional, pretty experienced educators who are ready to scale big time, because here they give you everything. And can you imagine you have a file storage that goes all the way to 3 terabytes? So that's pretty strong. Okay, three terabytes. That's really really good. But yeah, you have that. But this is gonna really set you back $649 every single month. So what are the extras here? If you think about this Eduflow, so customers are pretty diverse because they actually have academic freelancers, large enterprises. I'm talking about more than 10,000 employees, nonprofits, public administrations, and small and medium businesses. So um, you have a pretty diverse sort of customer base. And you can use Eduflow for several use cases. That's pretty good because the flexibility is there. You can use it for academic learning, continuing education, customer training. Okay, that's something that's really important. You have employee onboarding, you have employee training, and you have social learning too. And also, this is an important element to really mention. You do have training companies. So if you are a training company, you will really love what Eduflow has to offer. Really, okay. And in terms of industries, you have education management, e-learning, higher education, human resources. That's really good. You have internet management consulting, and professional training and coaching. So that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view, but also from an efficiency point of view. And the software, this platform is deployed as like online. Okay, so this is a SaaS model, SaaS or cloud model. So you don't need to actually download anything on your work computer or your home computer. Actually, you can access the service from anywhere where you have an internet connection. Okay. And also the platforms that actually are compatible with Eduflow includes Linux, Macs, and Windows, actually, in terms of operational system, okay? Operating system. So browsers, you have Apple, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, and Mozilla. Also, those are pretty good. And in terms of integrations, you'll be really pleased because integrations are galore, actually. And this includes ADP, API, G Suite, HubSpot, Magento, MailChimp, Okta, OneLogin, Salesforce, CRM. So that's really good. You have SAP CRM, you have Shopify, Slack, Stripe, WooCommerce, Zapier, and Zoom. So if you have more integrations, you can use the Zapier to actually have the integration faster. Or you can do API, by the way. And in terms of training, you have documentation, in-person, live online tutorials, and webinars. So this is pretty strong from a flexibility point of view. And support 24/7, email, FAQ, knowledge base, and live online. So this is really cool in terms of flexibility. So in conclusion to this conversation, I spoke to you about Eduflow. We went through I gave you a bird's eye view of the platform, but I also talked to you about the features. Okay, went through a long list of features, the pricing, but also the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.